Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another movie conspiracy theory, movie fan theory. This one's going to be for Aladdin and whether or not it is set in the future. So yeah, basically, is Aladdin set in the future? So yeah, if you haven't seen the Aladdin, there's two Aladdin movies. It's the theatrically released first one, and then there's the direct to DVD second one. Um, so yeah, but this one's only gonna focus on the first one because the stuff from the first one also kind of transfers into the second one. So yeah, um, so yeah, basically there's a bit of evidence as to when and how how Aladdin now takes place in the future. Now, if you guys remember, so yeah, basically it said that the Aladdin is set in around 12,000 AD after a war or nuclear apocalypse happened in Arabia, or Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Pakistan, Palestine, Israel, that area in the Middle East. Um, so yeah, and that's why everything looks so run down and so destroyed, so tattered. And yeah, it's not because that's how the economy or whatever is back then or is currently is, but it's because of a war or nuclear apocalypse. So yeah, that's why it looks so run down. Now why do people say it could be possibly around 12,000 AD? Why do people say that? And it is because of something that the genie said when he first met Aladdin. So basically, when the genie first meets Aladdin, he says that Aladdin's clothes are so third century. But the genie said he's been trapped there for the past 10,000 years. So yeah, now a century, for those who don't know, is about 100 years. That means 10,000. He's been there for 10,000 years. So that'd be that'd be 100 centuries basically. He's been there for at least 100 centuries. So logically, if you were to be there for at least third century, he would have had to be trapped there somewhere around the year 300 AD. So yeah, pretty logical. But here's the thing: he does impersonations, or he does voice impersonations, or imitates people that were known around the 1980s to the 2000s, such as Jack Nicholson and Robin Williams, which kind of makes sense because Robin Williams was the one voicing the genie. So yeah, also rip Robin Williams tier. So yeah, so he'd have to be around, right? He'd have to be free and outside of the bottle in order to know who Jack Nicholson was and know who Robin Williams is at the time. So he'd have to be around somewhere around 1980s to the 2000s. So yeah, but he says he's been there for at least 10,000 years. Logically, he'd have to be trapped there from at least the year 300, at least year 300, and then 10,000 years later. So that's why people say was he's been there since 12. He's been there since around 2000, and now we are in the year 12,000 AD. Um, so yeah, that's the whole theory. Also, there are a bit more evidence to this, such as that the carpet flies, and there is no such thing as a carpet that can fly as of yet. And also the parrot, I forget his name, but Jafar's parrot, he talks. Now they say due to the fact that there's been a nuclear war or whatever, there's been war and stuff in in this area, the Middle East, Arabian countries, they attribute all this, such as the carpet flying and the parrot talking, to magic, and they attribute it to this because they have lost all forms of technology, science, math, and academics. They've lost most forms of it. So hence, since they don't understand technology anymore or genetics or anything like that, they attribute to the magic flying carpet as magic and the parrot talking as magic. And I believe, and I did the parrot talk in the beginning of the movie, or did he gain the powers later on? I don't know. And logically, that will also include Jafar's staff. That is also technology um and not actual magic. So yeah, I mean the only thing they say that possibly would be magical would be the genie, because genies are magical. But yeah, I mean everything else, such as the carpet flying and the parrot talking, are technological and genetic advances. It's set in the post-apocalyptic war place in around the Middle Eastern countries at around 12,000 AD. So yeah, and so yeah, what are your thoughts on this conspiracy theory? Do you think it makes sense? I mean, I think it makes some sense. It's not the best. It's not the most solid conspiracy theory, but it's pretty good in my opinion. It makes some sense, but I don't. But I think there is a bit more evidence, to be there. So yeah, the thing with the genie, that him saying he's been there for at least 10,000 years, I think that's the main selling point, in my opinion. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, as I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.